this is all the same time while Mohammed bin Salman is out there going, I'm a great reformer. Please take my money. Please take my investment.
I'll give you a concert. It'll look
and
very
I'll give you a concert.
westernized.
Right. So if he can get Nicki Minaj there, if he can get Drake there, if he can get stars there, or he can get Jason Momoa to come to Saudi Arabia and pay him $1 million for a photo op, which he did, right? Then all of a sudden that whitewashes everything because, oh, hey, check it out. Here's Jason Momoa. He's in Saudi Arabia. Here's Nicki Minaj. She's in Saudi Arabia. And so this is what he's been doing. The same thing with Formula One racing. Right. While you have thousands and thousands of people sitting in a jail, without charges on human rights abuses for doing something as innocently as saying that women should have rights. So I think, Adam, that, it has to come from this place, and this is something where the Biden administration could possibly have, a huge impact in, which is what we see over and over again is that the greed element of all this prohibits governments, members of the G20, or businesses or corporations from basically standing up to human rights, right? I mean, they just go, well, if you're Apple, you're going, hey, I'm selling $3 billion or $4 billion a year of product in Saudi Arabia. We're not gonna put embargoes on our goods or boycott our goods because we sell them there.
Well, yeah, look at China, obviously.
Right, China, exactly. So it takes a bigger picture there, and the way that we know is leverage, financial leverage, just as their financial leverage is what is allowing so much of this to happen. Financial leverage on the other side, I think, would actually change the narrative. It's a question of when that comes. And as we know, in the Arab Spring or Me Too or BLM movement or all these other social movements, is it has to start with the people. We can't rely on the government or corporations to do the right thing. So the people have got to rise up. And in a place like Saudi Arabia, that is very difficult to do. I mean, just the images out of Russia over the last few days, it's hard to fathom that Russia won't, literally arrest this guy as he goes back to soil, knowing that there's, millions and millions of people in the country that like him and they don't care. And this is authoritarian rule, dictatorships. So it's complicated.
We talk about Adam talks about a micro version, of the thing. The example you're talking about is towards the end of the film, Jamal's now widowed fiance. I don't know if that's how you say it, but the now fiance whose man is dead goes to the United Nations to speak about her experience and talk about what happened. Who gets up and walks out during her speech? The Saudis.
Right. And again, Chris can look it up, but there's a lot of 9/11 Saudi implications that, again, we're not that interested in looking into. Yeah, look, the problem is, human foible and large and small. Nicki Minaj and Jason Momoa. Is it Momoa? They're going to take a check. They're going to get on an airplane, and so is the U.S. government, and so is Apple, and so is Nike, and so is the NBA. Like, that's what they do. And hoping that they do the right thing is kind of, it's almost naive. You know what I mean? They're not people, companies, entities, celebrities. They're not usually in the habit of turning their back on, tons and tons of dollars. That's how they became who they are. The reason we know who Apple is because Apple's in the business of making money, and they're not. Now, it's funny. I always say, look out for the good vibes commercials, because nobody does more good vibes commercials than Apple, which I always look at it as like Ellen dancing at the beginning of her talk show. Like, well, why are they doing that? I will say, I don't know if you're allowed to drive as a female in Saudi Arabia. Probably not.
So Mohammed bin Salman. So one of his big reforms was women are now allowed to drive in Saudi Arabia.
That's nice.
And this is a new thing over the last couple of years. Yet Loujain al-Hatul, the woman who was basically pressuring him to let women drive in Saudi Arabia, sits in a prison because she was pressuring him to allow women to drive, and it wasn't, and he needed it to be his idea, not Loujain's. And I don't know what restrictions there are on women driving, if there's still a curfew or not, or how that works. I mean, I'm sure we could look that up. But that has been a good progression.
Well, I don't.
Women actually can drive.
I don't know if they make you drive with the burqa, but that is goddamn dangerous. Oh. Like, I don't know. You better be on your mirrors, because you got no peripheral at all in that bad boy. The Dissident. Sorry, I keep wanting to say Descendant because of that stupid Clooney movie. The Dissident. It's available now on Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, and Video on Demand as well. And thedissident.com is where you go to the website. Twitter, by the way, at Brian with a Y, Brian Forgel as well. Brian, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks. I've been posting a bunch of stuff on my Instagram handle, which is at Brian Forgel. And if your listeners, if any of them loved Icarus, I promise you'll really like The Dissident. We crafted the film as a real cinematic thriller. It feels like a very big film, but it's all true and it's real, and hoping that the film will bring about change. And just to clarify, it's available for rent on VOD. So it's not on the streamers, but you can rent it from Amazon and iTunes, Apple Movie and cable providers, etc. So hoping a lot of you will see it. Thank you, Adam.
Please go out and check it. And whenever you have your next project or just want to chat, come back on the show, Brian.
Would love to.
Appreciate it. Brian Forgel. All right, let me hit cross rope, and then we'll do some news. Perfect time to jumpstart your New Year's fitness goals. Get cross rope and jump with both feet. Exercise classes are difficult to fit into your schedule. Just 30 minutes with cross rope's patented weighted jump rope. It's a weighted jump rope system, and it's good for cardio, but you also get the benefits of full body resistance training. I have this rope. They have different weighted ropes. It is an amazing workout. When you put weight into the rope, you have no idea just how quickly you can feel it in your arms and your shoulders and your back. Free anytime access to workout routines and fitness challenges with the Cross Rope app. And you can track your workouts and map your progress as well. 60-day, risk-free, money-back guarantee with Crossrope. Right, Dawson?
Jumpstart your 2021 fitness journey with Crossrope. For a limited time, save $50 on Crossrope's most popular jump rope fitness bundle at crossrope.com/Adam. That's $50 off a Get Fit bundle at crossrope.com/Adam.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Come back with Gina Grad and the news.
Give me the news with Grad. News with Gina Grad. Breaking, viral, weird crime, protest, politics. Give me news with Gina Grad. Stuff they saw on TMZ. Joe Biden, Kamala. Meet news with Gina Grad.
The news with Gina Grad.
Real quick, something that the Jason Momoa and the Nicki Minaj thing reminded me of, Adam. I know it's not even remotely on the same scale, and I would imagine it would be a lot more looking inward had it been millions of dollars. But a long time ago, someone reached out to me to see if I'd be interested in a free trip to Lebanon on like a Goodwill tour and all this amazing stuff and all these incredible places, and we'd be, taken personally. And I really didn't have to think very long about saying no. And they knew I wanted to travel, and it would have been first class everything. And I just couldn't make it good with me, Jewish chick to go to Lebanon and glad hand and say it's awesome here and everybody should visit. It just didn't. I couldn't do it.
Where did they discover you? Was it doing the soundtrack for the Golden Girls mockumentary porn, or where did they find you?
That's exactly right. They're really into sitcom.
You know her from.
Yeah,
it wasn't around that time though.
It's sad because these regimes have so much money, and when they tell whomever celebrity, we'll give you $1 million or $5 million and we'll fly you out first class and all you have to do is appear and blah, blah, blah. Like, we can do all the judging we want, but how many amongst us would just go, thanks, keep your money, no thanks, who do you really know?
Sounds great.
And the way they're treated, why wouldn't Nicki Minaj come back and go, it's really not that bad. It's actually kind of awesome. And now that's what the world thinks women are treated like in Saudi Arabia.
That's why I always felt bad for Dennis Rodman vis-a-vis North Korea. To him, he's a fucking dullard. To him, he probably thinks it's the greatest place in the world. They treat everyone like kings.
Yeah.
They let you. I was like, you're fucking Dennis Rodman, and the guy's obsessed with you.
Right.
Well, if I might filibuster for just one more second, and I really appreciate Adam just letting me get this out really quick. You know how a couple times a year I let you guys know that I'm involved in this awesome charity group called Art of Elysium, and they work with the Children's Hospital in Los Angeles, and I host these big events for the kids. They're all from the maxillofacial ward, so they've all had some sort of facial scarring for one reason or another, and we do these big graduation events for them, and I've been involved with it for a million years.
Have we cured this by now?
I don't know if that it's curable, Brian, but thanks. You know what? Whatever, but a lot of times, truly, whatever they went in for has been cured, but it's left them with some scarring. Mm-hmm. So the group Art of Elysium is doing this awesome thing because they've been around for 23 years. So for $23, you can just donate to this thing called Pledgeling. It's at the top of my Twitter. You don't have to be on Twitter to go to me. Twitter.com/GinaGrad. It's pinned to the top. If you donate $23 to that link, you will get 9 prints that are amazing artists. 3 from Shepard Fairey, 3 from Cole Sternberg, 3 from the name escapes me. But there are 9 pieces. You can print them, you can frame them, you can put them on a mug, do whatever you want with them, post them on social media. They're yours. And they were all donated by Shepard Fairey and these amazing artists. I work really closely with them. I have for a million years because I believe in what they do. They're incredible. And my friend, Richard Chang, who is just a friend and been a listener for a long time and just love him to death, he said for the next 24 hours as this airs, he'll match any donation up to $1,000.
Wow.
So if you donate $23, that'll be $46, or $5 will be $10, whatever you want. Please go to twitter.com/GinaGrad. Hit the Pledgeling button, donate there. Let me know so I can personally thank you, and it will be doubled for the next day and a half. So thanks for that.
Thank you, Gina Grad. The $23 in the 23rd year is good now, but when they were trying this 6 months in for one of their earliest pledge drives, 50 cents. Yeah. 50 cents will get you a $40 coffee mug. That's right. Yeah, that was a money loser.
That's right. Why they're having to make up for it now.
Yes. All right, what do you got, Gina?
So we talked a little bit about with Brian Forgel things that may or may not be reversed with the new president here. Well, one thing that is going away is President Joe Biden did sign an executive order that will lift the Pentagon's ban on transgender people serving in the military. So first Obama lifted it, then Trump unlifted it. Now it's being lifted again. Biden has directed Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin to prohibit discrimination against troops based on their gender identity. According to the Department of Defense, there are thousands of transgender troops serving in the military.
Really?
Had no idea.
No, I feel like that's. I'm trying to figure out what percentage of our society is transgender. I mean, it's obviously way less than 1%. I mean, but I guess you could still get to thousands with way less than 1%.
Well, is that the self-selecting group that somehow finds their way into the military?
Well, let's see if we can figure this out. Most transgender these days are women going to men. Right?
Is that true? I don't know.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
I don't know what the stats are on that, but I'm curious.
Well, there's an interesting, yeah.